Vice President Biden, Vice President. That was a joke. That was all set up.
It's hard to believe that just 2 decades ago, Barack Obama was still paying off student loans. And now in 2025, his fortune is valued at millions. How did America's first black president transform from a law professor to a global icon with homes across the country and media deals worth millions? Let's break it down. A childhood across continents. Barack Obama's financial journey makes more sense once you understand where he started. Born on August 4, 1961, in Honolulu, Hawaii, he was the son of Ann Dunham, a white woman from Kansas, and Barack Obama Sr., a Kenyan economist. His father left when he was just 2 years old. Ann later married Indonesian geographer Lolo Suatoro, and the family moved to Jakarta when Barack was 6. Living in Indonesia gave Obama a mix of experiences. He attended both Muslim and Catholic schools before returning to Hawaii at age 10 to live with his grandparents. His mother soon joined him while completing her graduate studies. Later, reflecting on his upbringing, Obama described himself as having been raised as an Indonesian child and a Hawaiian child, and as a black child and as a white child. That complex identity gave him perspective, but also left him grappling with what it meant to grow up black in America. His mother, who passed away from cancer at just 53, left a mark on him. He once described her as eccentric in many ways, someone who craved adventure, resisted convention, and loved the heck out of her kids. From student life to Harvard Law Review. After finishing high school in Hawaii, Obama began his college years at Occidental in Los Angeles, then transferred to Columbia University in New York, graduating in 1983 with a degree in political science. His time in New York has since been dramatized in the film Barry. In 1988, Obama enrolled at Harvard Law School. There, he became the first black president of the Harvard Law Review. That achievement not only made headlines, but hinted at what lay ahead: a career blending intellect, politics, and influence. First steps in politics and publishing. Obama's early professional life included community organizing and teaching constitutional law at the University of Chicago. But it was politics and writing that set him apart financially. His first book, Dreams from My Father, a story of race and inheritance, came out in 1995. It didn't sell well at first, but after his breakout speech at the 2004 Democratic National Convention, the book was reissued and quickly gained traction. By 2006, it had sold hundreds of thousands of copies. That convention speech changed everything. As a little-known state senator from Illinois, Obama took the stage in Boston and delivered a keynote address so powerful that Politico later called it one of the most electrifying speeches in political convention history. It not only propelled him into the national spotlight, but sent sales of Dreams from My Father soaring. 2 years later, in 2006, he published The Audacity of Hope: Thoughts on Reclaiming the American Dream. The book became a bestseller and solidified his financial footing. By 2007, AOL reported that Obama earned about $3.3 million in royalties from Random House in a single year. Wealth before the White House. By 2008, when Obama was preparing for his presidential run, his net worth was estimated at $1.3 million. Compared with wealthy political families like the Bushes or the Trumps, that wasn't much. But for most Americans, it was significant. Much of that income came from book sales, but both Barack and Michelle contributed through their careers. At the time, Michelle was vice president for community affairs at the University of Chicago Hospitals. In 2005, she earned $317,000, and in 2006, $274,000. Her income dropped during the 2007 to 2008 campaign, but together, the Obamas were in a comfortable position. Presidential salary and royalties. When Obama entered the Senate in 2005, his salary was $162,100, rising slightly to $169,300 by 2009. As president, he earned $400,000 annually. Over 8 years, that amounted to about $3.1 million. But his book royalties far outpaced his government salary. Between Dreams from My Father, The Audacity of Hope, and his children's book, Of Thee I Sing, A Letter to My Daughters, published in 2010, Obama brought in millions more. Forbes calculated that he earned $10.8 million during his presidency, with $7.5 million of that tied to royalties. By the time the Obamas left the White House in January 2017, their net worth had climbed to around $12.2 million, according to Fortune. That was already a huge leap from their early years, but what happened next made their post-presidency one of the most financially successful in history. The record-breaking book deal. Just 2 months after leaving office, the Obamas signed a joint publishing deal with Penguin Random House worth a reported $65 million, according to the Financial Times. That contract remains one of the largest in publishing history. Michelle's memoir, Becoming hit shelves in November 2018 and was an instant phenomenon. Vanity Fair praised it as surprisingly candid, richly emotional, and granularly detailed. It sold more copies than any other book in the United States that year. Her second book, The Light We Carry, Overcoming in Uncertain Times, arrived in November 2022 and still managed to become the second best-selling book of the year, with nearly 734,000 copies sold despite its late release. Barack's memoir, A Promised Land, was released in November 2020. More historical than personal, it sold nearly 3 million copies in its first year and was the best-selling print title in the US that year. A lucrative speaking circuit. Another source of income came from public speaking. In 2017, Barack Obama earned $800,000 from just 2 speeches and another $2 million from 3 additional appearances, according to Yahoo Entertainment. Though those fees attracted some criticism, especially given how soon they followed his presidency, they added significantly to his net worth. Higher Ground Productions. In 2018, Barack and Michelle launched Higher Ground Productions. The company quickly partnered with Netflix for a multi-year deal. Though the exact value was not disclosed, comparisons to similar contracts are telling. Shonda Rhimes reportedly signed for $100 million, while Ryan Murphy secured $300 million. Through Higher Ground, the Obamas have produced documentaries like American Factory and Starting Five, the children's series Waffles plus Mochi, and feature films such as Leave the World Behind, starring Julia Roberts and Mahershala Ali. That 2023 release, based on Rumaan Alam's novel, had Obama personally weighing in on its adaptation, though Forbes reported his input came after the script was written. Higher Ground also expanded into audio. After ending a Spotify deal in 2022, the company signed with Audible to distribute multiple projects globally. By 2025, Michelle had launched a new podcast with her brother Craig Robinson called IMO, with Michelle Obama and Craig Robinson, following her earlier show, The Light Podcast. Homes and real estate. Real estate forms a substantial part of the Obamas' wealth. In 2017, they purchased an $8.1 million home in Washington, D.C., ensuring proximity to political life. They continue to maintain their Hyde Park residence in Chicago, which they bought back in 2005. In 2019, they acquired a sprawling estate on Martha's Vineyard for $11.75 million. Located in an area rich in natural and cultural history, the purchase marked the first time a former president bought property on the island, according to the Vineyard Gazette. According to Forbes, the combined value of the Obamas' properties in Chicago, Hawaii, Washington, D.C., and Martha's Vineyard amounts to about $35.5 million. Where things stand in 2025. So, what does all of this add up to? According to Forbes' September 2024 estimate, the Obamas' net worth stands at around $70 million. That figure places them among the wealthiest political families in the country. Some outlets, like the New York Post, once claimed the number was closer to $135 million, though without offering methodology. The more cautious figure of $70 million is widely regarded as accurate. Most of this wealth comes from royalties and advances on books, lucrative speaking fees, the ongoing output of Higher Ground Productions, and their multi-million-dollar real estate holdings. A legacy beyond wealth. Obama himself has always framed money as secondary to purpose. That 2018 comment about there only being so big a house, or so many nice trips you can take says a lot. The wealth is undeniable, But the larger story is how America's first black president transformed influence into cultural capital and cultural capital into financial security. Barack Obama started out with student debt, built a career on his words and ideas, and now commands a $70 million fortune. From Netflix projects to best-selling books and multi-million-dollar homes, his journey is both unique and distinctly modern. What do you think about the way Obama built his fortune after the White House? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories on wealth.